Get you the very latest on this green pass in Italy coming into effect. Roberto Caldo is Professor of Infectious Diseases at the Catholic University in Rome. Roberto, thanks very much for spending some time with us on France 24 today. The green pass
Thank you for the invitation.
You're more than welcome. The green pass then required, restaurants, bars, swimming pools, gyms, a number of places. I'd like to start by getting your reaction to this. Is this a good thing in your view?
I am in favor, as the people that you have interviewed in Rome. I think the two of them were in favor, but I would say that the majority of the Italians are in favor. We think that this is a measure to reduce the circulation of the virus, especially the new variants that are highly transmittable. In addition, these green pass will favor among the teenager the diffusion of a vaccination. There are criticisms. One of them is the fact that in Italy is given with 1 dose of the vaccine, but we know that 2 doses are much better for preventing the infection, and there is the arbitrary limit of 9 months for vaccinated individual and 6 months for those who has recovered. And in addition, it can be obtained also with the nasal swab, but as we know that there are some limitations in nasal swab. But
Professor, I just want to get your, if we stay with this idea of the green pass for a second, and I'd like to talk a bit more to you about kind of vaccinations and the number of doses afterwards. I mean, are there other places that you feel in Italy a health pass should be required? I know there's comments here, in France that people are allowed to kind of travel essentially, or at least local travel without the health pass. But it seems bizarre because, the trains are packed in the morning, so are the buses. I mean, your thoughts on that? Do we need the health pass extended in other places?
I think that we should extend in other places, especially in transportation. There is a debate in Italy whether to extend in airplane and in long-distance train. But of course, I would extend also in those who enter in any type of transportation. I know that this is something touching. It's not easy, a decision not easy to be taken. But in this particular phase of the pandemic, it's important to reduce the risk, as much as possible, the risk of transmission of the virus.
Let's talk hospitals, Professor, because there is, again, and I'm making this comparison between France. France will now, ask for a health pass to be shown for hospital appointments. Now, not in a case of emergencies, we need to make that distinction. But if you are heading to the hospital, you will be expected to show a health pass there. Is that contradictory in your view, or is that, again, something that you think is good and required?
I think, this I'm just giving my personal point of view. I think it's not contradictory. It's in line with what I have previously said. It's an imperfect, quote unquote, measure, but it could help in some circumstance as the one that you have previously mentioned.